Hey guys, I don't know if I've told everybody exactly what the red shirt rule is. I don't remember bringing it up at the draft exactly. I've told most people, but in case you didn't know what the red shirt rule is, it's pretty important in our league this year, so I just wanted to make sure everybody knew exactly what it was. So it's pretty much designed to keep drafts and to keep your league more exciting. So each player is given a contract based on their draft picks. So, for example, if these were your last four picks, or these were your first four picks this year, and then they're going to be given a contract based on the round that they were drafted. So Alvin Kamara gets a 1 year contract. DeAndre Hopkins is a 2 year contract. Travis Kelce is a 3 year contract. And Aaron Rodgers would be a 4 year contract. So 8 years is going to be the maximum a player can be kept. So if for whatever reason you get a draft steal, like one of your like 8th to 16th pick this last year, then they're going to be on an 8 year contract. Or if you pick anybody up and you end up keeping them, they're going to be on an 8 year contract. So after the season has played out, each player will lose 1 year of their contract eligibility. So each player's contract will be as follows. So this would be at the end of this season. Alvin Kamara's contract would have expired. DeAndre Hopkins would go from 2 to 1 years, and Travis Kelce from 3 to 2, and Aaron Rodgers from 4 to 3. So the red shirt keeper allows you to keep one player on an expired contract. So we're going to have 4 keepers total, and one of them is going to be a red shirt keeper. So you got one red shirt keeper and 3 normal keeper picks. And so you get to determine for the 2020 fantasy football season that your best 4 players are your first 4 draft picks. So you ended up wanting to keep all 4 of your first round picks. They ended up being the best players on your team. So you can keep all of them this next year because the only person on your expired contract would be Alvin Kamara. But when you fast forward to the end of the 2020 fantasy football season, your players' contracts are as followed. So because DeAndre Hopkins was on a 1 year contract last year, he now has expired as well. Same with Alvin Kamara, who was already expired, but you used your redshirt pick on him. So Travis Kelce went from 2 to 1, Aaron Rodgers from 3 to 2. Because you have 2 players with expired contracts and only one redshirt keeper pick, one player must go back to the upcoming draft. So if you determine that Alvin Kamara is better for you than DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to go back into the draft. So this was something that Connor and I were talking about, and essentially we decided to do this just because there's no reason you would ever trade for a first round, or you would never trade for somebody on an expiring contract. So it kind of screws up big trades. Like if Connor wanted to trade his second and third round pick for my first round pick, then he would have 2 players on expiring contracts because the contract follows the player. So we're going to make an asterisk that says if you trade for someone on an expiring contract, they will be set to a 1 year contract. So if he was to trade for my first round pick, it would go to a 1 year contract. His first round pick would still be on an expired contract, but at least that benefits him in that way. So there's something to think about. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew exactly what this was. So let me know if you have any questions.